Hello everyone, my name is Davis Fashion. Welcome to my channel, and if you're new here, please click on the subscription button and let's get right into today's work. Then you have to mark your shoulder line by half of an inch, just as I'm doing it, half of an inch. Then you connect them together, and that is your shoulder line. So you are making a basic gown drafting, so you have to come from your shoulder line to your bust point. For me is 9 inches. Then I connect them together, and that is my bust point. And from my shoulder to my waist, for my underbust is 12 inches. Then I connected them together as well. Then from my shoulder to my waist, which is 18, as when you are drafting out a basic gown pattern. Then just for easiness, because the paper is too dull, then I start from my waist to calculate my hip measurement. If you are short, you can use 8. If you are tall, you can use 9. So from my waist to my nail length 17. I actually use 16 here because I want it to come up a little bit. But if you are tall, you can use 18 or 19. If you are short, you can use 16 or 17 from your waist. The remaining is for my gown length. Shoulder divided by 2, which is 7. I come down by 1 inches. For my neck, width is 3. But I actually use 2.5 so that it will not give her a sharp edges to connect it to my shoulder slope. Then I came down by my armhole is actually 8, but I came up by half inches so that it will not reach my bust point. Then I connected them together. I divided it into two. I came in by half an inch. Then I calculate my bust measurement divided by 4. Then I connected it to my armhole. Bust divided by 4. Added my 2 inches allowance. My waist divided by 4. Added my 2 inches allowances. And also my hip divided by 4. Added my 2 inches allowances. So I connected them together. After I've divided my hip divided by 4 plus 2 inches, then I minus 1.5 from my hip line, so to count for my nail length so that it can go in. And you can actually remove one, so it depends on how you want the nail line to go in. So I connected it together. So it's already giving me the border shape. This is how it looks like. It's already giving me the basic gown shape. So to make my darts, my nipple to nipple divided by 2. My nipple to nipple is 3. So from my hip line I came up by 2 inches. So this is me from my bust point, my under bust, my waist, my hip. So from I came out by from my waist, I came out and in by half an inch, and I connected the bust point. It must not reach the chest line. So from my hip measurement, I came up by 2 inches. So I connected that together. So this is how it looks like. Then I added the 1 inches of that added it to my measurement so that my body measurement will not reduce. Then I connected them again. So now to close my dart, if I don't want my dart to show, so to close it, then I cut it from the waist. Remember, that's why you need to calculate your waist on your pattern. Then from that place, from my dart to my armhole, I connected it. I use 1 inches from my dart and I measure 1 inches and I connected it to the armhole like that. Connected it to the armhole like that. Then I cut it out. I cut it out. And you may not cut it out. Then I cut it out and I get my sellotape to close it because it's a close dart manipulation. So I closed the dart. So you can see that there is it is not accurate at the bottom. So there is something to be done. You're not going to leave it like that. So keep watching as I do. So you sellotape it like that. Make it to be neat. So for the down part, which is from the waist to the skirt length, then I came down from my hip measurement. I came down by 5 inches. Just as I've done to the front, I connected it to the dart from that 5 inches. I use half and half of the dart, and which is 1 inches, and I connected it together as well. So I've done to the front pattern, to the upper pattern. I connected it together, I cut it, then I close my dart. I decided not to cut it out completely. It's still the same. You can cut it out, you may not cut it out completely. So very well. That was the mistake I made earlier, then I had to correct myself. So you notice there is excess at the top of and also the down of the upper and the lower. Then you need an extra paper. You put it underneath so that you won't have shortage. You have shortage in your measurement. So together neatly and gently. Then I first made my 1 inches downward for the zipper, and also I've made my body measurement on the paper already. Then I did my shoulder to shoulder divided by 2, my neck width, my neck depth 3 by 3, So I connected them together, and also my shoulder slope just have done to the front part, and I connected my neck. And also for my chest, just have explained to the front is what I'm repeating at the back. Then I connected my arm holes, my arm hole, I connected together. Now I divide it by 2, then I come up by 0.25. For the front is 0.5. I connected it to my chest by dividing my bust divided by 4. So for my waist, for my dart, so I made my dart to be 4.25. So that's the how I calculated on the screen. Then I connected it together. I came up by 2 inches from my hip side. I came half to the left and to the right, and I connected them together. Just have done to the front. Then for my body measurements, my bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowances, my waist, my hip divided by 4 plus 2 inches allowances. So that's how it looks like. The 1 inches of the data added to my measurement at the waist so that my measurement will not reduce. That's why I'm making another one. Then for my zipper, I came up by 1 inches above the hip and lower of the hip. Then for the first one, I connected it to my bust point and also to the hip for the lower on from my waist to my nail length by half an inch. Then just have done to the front is how I'm closing the dart. So I cut it out, then I closed it. Just have done to the front. And to avoid repetition, that's why I'm not showing the down part. So just have done to the front is the same thing I'll be doing to the down part. Thanks for watching. God bless you.